Hello guys, welcome to our channel. So today's topic is the comparison between SSD and HDD. Most of you guys are aware about these two, and those of you who haven't used these, I will explain them, which one is better and which one should they buy and use in their laptops. In the next step, we are gonna go for the frequently asked questions. So let's move on. These are the frequently asked questions, like which one has a better speed, like SSD or HDD. If somebody is buying a new laptop, should he buy a laptop with SSD and HDD or only SSD? And what is the real difference between SSD and HDD? And if somebody is playing game, should he store the game in HDD or SSD? And which one has a better lifespan and which one is cheaper? These sort of questions we are gonna discuss. A hard disk drive is a traditional storage device that uses a mechanical platter and a moving read-write head to access data. This is the platter, and it is also known as the magnetic disk where the data is stored. And for storing the data, a head is used, and with this head, a read or write anything that user wants in that platter. And there is another actuator, and this platter is moving constantly for recording data. But in case of SSD, it is a combination of some chips in a breadboard. As you can see, there is no moving part here, and an SSD is a non-volatile storage device that stores persistent data on the solid flash memory. These are the flash memory, we call it a NAND flash memory. And here is the controller which control this flash memory, and this is the SSD drive. As you can see here, there is no moving parts or no spindle disk or actuator. It is happening in a NAND flash memory. Which one is better, SSD or HDD? This is a common question. SSD are more reliable than HDD. Why? Because in case of HDD, what happens, there is a spindle disk, as I have shown it before, and which is moving constantly. And there may be a case happens there can be some mechanical issues which makes it less reliable than SSD, because SSD is like a complete combination of some NAND flash memory on a breadboard. So another question is SSD has a variant of 120 GB to 4 TB, but HDD has a variant of which starts from 250 GB to 14 TB. Okay, so SSD has less power. Why SSD uses less power? Because in case of SSD, what happens, it uses some a flash memory, like some chips. But in case of HDD, it uses some moving parts which consumes more power. So it uses more battery in case of HDD. So people prefers SSD. If somebody is buying a laptop, they always prefer to having a long hour of backup for their laptops. So what happens, they prefer SSD because SSD consumes less power, so their laptop can give them some more time backup. Now we are going to compare HDD and SSD. In case of access time, as you can see from this table, SSD is 0.1 millisecond access time, and HDD is roughly around 6.5 millisecond. So you can imagine how much faster is SSD. And in case of random input output performance, SSD has 6000 input output per second, but in case of HDD it is only 400 input output per second. And there is an factor called reliability, like HDD has a failure rate of 2 to 5%, but in case of SSD the failure rate decreases to 0.5%. So you can see and imagine that SSD is more reliable. For energy saving factor, SSD has power consumption rate of 2 to 5 watt, but in case of HDD it is 6 to 15, because it uses some moving parts like a flutter, actuator and spindles. In case of CPU power consumption, it is like input wait for 7%, but in case of SSD average wait time is 1%. Like backup rates is in case of HDD is 20 to 24 hours, but in case of SSD it is 6 hours. So this is the question everybody has doubt, like should I get SSD and HDD or just SSD? In my preference, I will go for SSD and HDD, because SSD, if I will go for like 256 GB of SSD and 1 TB of hard drive, so that I will have a large backup along with a fast backup like SSD and large backup like HDD, and I will store my like drivers and operating systems in SSD, and I will store some like long term data in HDD. If I just go for SSD, it will cost me too much, which I can't afford. Like if you go for 1 TB of SSD, it will cost you like around 10 to 15,000. But if you will go for 1 TB of HDD, it will cost you around 7 to 8,000, or like 5 to 6,000. You will get an HDD of 1 TB. So in my preference, I will go with SSD and HDD.
So friends, that's all for today. Hope you learned something new from this video. If you enjoy the video, please like the video and subscribe it, and share it with your friend. And if you have any doubts regarding this video, please let us know in the comment section. Thank you.